cempedak goreng or the jackfruit fritters, much more delicious rather than eating it raw. But what can we do with the leftover skins? Let me show you. And so this is the skin of the cempedak, or we call it the jackfruit. There are two kinds of jackfruits in Malaysia. One is cempedak, one is nangka. But the one we are going to use to make the Mandai today is the cempedak, because the cempedak is the most suitable to do this. We can't do it with nangka. Firstly, we have to wash it under tap water to make sure that it's clean and free of all those dirt and sand. Next, we take the skin, the washed skin, and put it in a jar. Just shove everything in. Doesn't matter if you use glass or plastic jar. Next, we put in salt. I will prefer the pink mountain salt because of the benefits over the regular sea salt. So now we put in water, just normal tap water. Fill it in up to the level where it will soak all of the skin. And then we close the jar tightly and leave it for 3 weeks until 4 weeks, and it will start to pickle. And this is the result, the pickled jackfruit husk. As you can see, the texture is more to like meat-like. The first step to prepare it is to fry them up in vegetable oil until it is brownish. Now, why do we like this jackfruit husk? Is because the texture is more like meat, and for vegetarians you can substitute this for meat. Now you can see that the husk has become brownish after a few minutes of frying, and this is almost ready. After it's done, we pick them up and put them on kitchen towel so that it can absorb all of the extra oil and keep it healthy. So we need all of these ingredients to be prepared before we fry them for the second time. Onions, raw anchovies, red chilies, green spicy chilies or chili padi, and that's it. So let's prepare the mandai. We need to shred them off, sizes of the french fries with a pair of scissors. We do this so that it can absorb all of the taste of the onions, red chilies, green chilies while we do the second frying. So while my wife is finishing shredding the mandai, I took a piece and just eat it just like so. I want to describe to you the texture of it is really similar to the meat, and kilo by kilo it is also the price of meat, vegetarian meat. So now we take all of the onions and chilies, put some oil in the wok and do some stir frying, and do it until the onions are kind of brownish a bit. Next, we toss in a little bit of salt and some ajinomoto to add to the flavors, and continue with the stir frying. Once we're done with the stir frying, we put in all of the mandai and do some stir frying furthermore, and do it like another 10 to 15 minutes to make sure that all of the mandais are well cooked. And we're done. And we shift it to another plate, accompanied by a plate of white rice. In this case, I'm using brown rice because we're trying to be healthy. This is the prepared mandai, all ready to be eaten with the rice. Nothing else, we just need rice, that's it. Now, do we really need a tutorial to eat? Oh yes, especially if it's a Malaysian food. So what you do is you just mix them up, all of the mandais and the white rice, I mean brown rice in this case. And it's best to eat it with your hand. In it goes. Yummy. That's how we do it in Malaysia. And if it's not too spicy, add in more chilies. It will give you some kick. Of course, we eat any food because we like the taste and also for the health benefits. So let me see what's the health benefits that you can get from jackfruit husks that we pickle. All right, okay. Firstly, is the fiber. Fiber is always good for our tummy, for our digestion. And when we talk about the texture, vegetarians would love this because you can use it as a substitute for meat. Cook it any way you like and it will taste like meat. So there you are, the traditional food of the Banjar people. I'm a Javanese, but I learned a lot of Banjar food from my wife. I really enjoy it and I hope that you will too. Try it. If you have jackfruit, don't throw away the husk or the skin once you're done with the flesh because it is really, really good.